Welcome to the Video Game Collectors Podcast. We got our host, Matt Rose, and number two over here, me. The podcast for video game aficionados, enthusiasts.
Yep,
We're here to talk about video games, graded, not graded, everything in between.
you're number one, Josh, by the way.
Well, you're the host. You're the one that puts this up.
That's number two.
Oh, you're the one that gets it up, Matt.
Well,
No,
that's
that's
what
what
she
she said.
says.
That's what she says. Yeah. Episode 97.
99.
This is, oh shit.
Oh, you know what? That means that we need to announce immediately that before we film episode 100, we need, was it 69? What did Henry say? We needed 69 comments or 100 comments?
600 comments.
We need 100 comments before we'll do episode 100.
Yeah. Works for me.
Well, it's been a fun ride.
Yep.
I hope you guys want to see more episodes because you have to work for it.
Darn tootin'. Hey, I got a chair back at my video game station here. Pretty excited to sit down for this show. So, anyway,
So
where we go?
we need 100 comments, and I don't know, what are we gonna do? Some random prizes or something?
No,
Okay, no prizes, just 100
no prize.
comments to get to 100th episode.
The 100th episode would be prize enough.
I'll save some bangers for that episode then. Yeah, I got some bangers to share. So that
Some bangers. Okay. So
it's
we got Heritage Auction to go over, right?
yeah. You want to do comments first or
Yeah, let's do comments last.
oh, okay. So we're not doing comments first.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we need to read the comments to see if they like the comments first. But
Oh, well, okay, let's do the comments first.
okay, let's do comments first. And if you guys don't like comments first, then we won't do comments first in the future. But we need 100. We need 100 of you responding, telling us that we don't need to go. Okay, is it coming through?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
All right, let's see what they say. That's a
Okay.
that's a face. That's
It's, it's no face.
decaps. I love it when Josh and Matt kick it old school. It's my favorite type of kicking it.
Well, you're in luck, Danny boy. We're kicking it old school again here. So, um, little Wednesday afternoon sesh.
Okay.
What is? Oh, Anthony, look at that. Little Tony D. Hearing Josh get an eBay notification for the sale of his VHS copy of Dirty Dancing live in concert while discussing his green screen copy of Alleyways proves that he would be a king that could dwell among the commoners. That's true, I guess. Um, or it just means I have way too much garbage in my house.
Blockbuster. Oh, awesome. I didn't know they graded music CDs. Yes, that's brand new as of this last week. Well, when we filmed anyway. So yeah, last week. I have a
Yeah.
DJ Venom CD I want to encapsulate for personal fun. That's awesome. I used to play DJ Venom at full blast while playing Devil May Cry on PS2. So much fun.
Man, can we just stop for a minute and Devil May Cry on the PS2 is amazing. When that game came out, it was like it was everything. I know my friend Justin and I we played the hell out of that game. What a great title. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who DJ Venom is. So maybe we're gonna have to look it up. Back to Tony's thing about my Dirty Dancing VHS copy. It's still on eBay if you want it. I did not sell that live in concert Dirty Dancing. Um, Speaking of, did you see that fan theory about Patrick Swayze from Dirty Dancing going through life? Like, he's the same guy in Dirty Dancing as he is in Roadhouse, as he is in Point Break. and he just changes his name. It's kind of interesting.
Hmm,
YouTube it.
they're similar.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll read Michael's too.
Okay.
Castaways. Yes, that was the name. I don't know why that always slips my mind. We need to go. So yes.
What is Castaway? Is that the restaurant?
Yeah, it's an amazing restaurant in Cannon Beach. Really good food.
Oh, well, we need to go to Bamboo Sushi because that place is legit. You
Okay.
like sushi, Matt?
Yeah, sometimes.
No, you'd like Bamboo Sushi. You'd be fine.
All right.
All right.
Who's this guy? Who's this
What is
DC?
this? 27.99 Canadian? What does that work out to? Bottle of pop? I don't know.
Horton's Donut.
Hortons.
Horton's Donut.
Apologies for missing this week's episode. Perhaps next time you can entice me with a few packs of Dunkaroos and or a bowl of red Skittles. Skittly Dan. Oh, Dan.
And you did the next one too.
Yeah, you want to read Craigie?
Oh, I'll read it.
Oh, I'll do it. Yeah, I got Craig.
All right.
All right. Craig Snyder says, nah, you guys weren't hurling insults at me over the bidding on that paper manuals lot from the last episode. I'm happy to call myself an idiot if it turns out my hunch isn't correct about the lot being more than what Heritage photographed. I'll let you guys know after I do my next pickup and dig into it. Touching on what Josh said about two of the same games being auctioned back to back. I agree it's kind of a disservice to the consigner if there's a 968 plus and then 85 plus right after. I'm always going to wait to bid on the 85 plus. I see it as there being one less capable bidder you're up against. I agree. And you said touching. No touching. Um, and excited to see that lot when you do pick it up, Craig.
Yeah.
So you want to do a reveal on our podcast, we'd love to have you on.
Oh, that'd be
You
fun
open
too.
the heritage box and see what you get.
That'd
Let's
be
put the value out
awesome.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be killer. You want to do that?
I'd
Black
love to have Craig on. Craig's a good guy.
sounds good. I'm happy. I'd love to like experience that digging through it too.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's exciting when you get a box of stuff you don't know what you're getting.
It's like buying a storage unit. Uh, Blockbuster late fees. Very cool display case. Did you upgrade it? The lights add a nice touch. He's talking about you?
No, your display behind you.
Oh,
I don't have a nice touch on anything in my house, Matt. You know that. I just got way too much shit.
yeah. Yeah, it's time to thin down a bit.
Hmm.
All right. Rad
Oh,
work.
Rad Workshop. This is our good old friend who had the comment before about not having a Satchin cart. And so I said I'd send him one. So I did send him one after
Oh,
I
I was gonna ask you about that. Yeah, okay, cool.
yeah, I did send the Jovial Race cart, and now he's in a new hunt for every Satchin game. So I wish you well. It looks like he has my recent addition to the collection is a CAB copy of Moon Ranger that brings me to 11 cards for the whole set. Realistically, 5 games. Haha. Thoughts on the upcoming Switch NES NWC game?
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
love it. I'm excited about that.
yeah.
I'm so excited I pre-ordered too. So
So did I,
got
because you sent
I
me a
got one
link.
at GameStop and got one at Best Buy. And
Yeah.
I'll probably just keep them both and download a digital copy. So uh, I think it's interesting. I'm excited to play it, and the advertisement was cool that I saw for it. The trailer where they had all the people coming back from the NWC, even though they didn't get Robin or Thor on there because Jeff Hansen is the golden boy apparently, even though he didn't really win the championship when
What?
it came to it. Yeah, Jeff Hansen was the 12 and under champion of the original NWC.
Okay.
And
What
so he
about
was at the end of the thing. Well, Nintendo doesn't want to didn't want to have anything to do with Thor after he started doing promotions for Comerica, right? So
yeah.
I don't think they've ever really acknowledged that Thor won the overall championship, right? Outside of when he won it.
Well, didn't the three of them play afterwards and Thor beat them both?
I have no clue on that. I'm not going to speak to that, but it's possible. Um, I wouldn't want to play Thor in it to this day.
No.
Um, yeah, and I think it's neat though. That there was a neat ad, and they showed like they're gonna have daily leaderboards, and you can compete against different people. There's gonna be different styles of competitions. It's really interesting. I'm excited about it. So I think everybody should pick up a copy if they can when it comes out. Um, yeah, looks cool as hell.
I bought two as well.
And congratulations on the Sachin cartridge. I'm glad that you got it and can enjoy it as much as I did. I did not.
Did he actually get it yet, or did he
Yeah,
just?
no,
Oh,
you got it.
okay.
He says he received it. So
Perfect.
yeah. So if anybody else wants a Sachin card, I don't have another duplicate right now, but when I do, make a comment. I'll send you one.
What a guy. All right. Wabenhart.
Wob.
Wabenhart. Wabenhart.
Oh, I wonder who that is.
Wabenhart. Okay, I went down a wormhole. NES, as noted at the bottom of the Nintendo system, is an initialism, which is a type of acronym, which is a type of acronyms. Wouldn't it just
Acronym.
be acronym?
Yeah. Sorry,
Ac
Matt.
Acronyms, which is that's proper, I think,
Hmm.
are a type of abbreviation. Initialism and acronyms are a set of letters made from the first letter of each word. These letters may or may not make a word, while they may be
Make a
pronounced
new word.
while they may be pronounced either way. If the English language, man, you really win in this one, had to pick up one or the other, I think they would pick up the acronym and pronounce it as a word since it follows the general rules of English language. A consonant followed by a vowel. Good point.
Hmm.
Now, when the letters N, E, S are spelled out with a period after each letter, which has been documented in an official Nintendo publications, then it is definitely an initialism and pronounced letter by letter. So basically what he's saying is, Josh, eat a dick, it's Ness.
Well, okay. Do you say SNES? Or do you say SNES?
Is that a consonant followed by a vowel?
No, everybody just says fucking Super Nintendo, so that's okay. Um, yeah, I want to point out something in this comment that can go either way, Matt. You said pronounced either way, but you actually said pronounced either way. So it's either. I don't know. The pronunciation, it's lost, right? Is it either or either?
Maybe we should do a poll. Can we do, I think we can do polls on, I think I can do polls below a video. So maybe on this video, I need to make a note to do a poll, and I'll do a poll of how it's properly pronounced.
Okay. Can you just back up and say that again? I'll do a poll. That's what she said. I missed it. I wanted to say it,
All
but you
right,
told me.
Michael's up.
Um,
Or can you load the ROM?
or you can load the ROMs on an analog pocket. That's true. You can load that sucker up and play to your heart's content. I
Yeah,
endorse piracy fully. I don't give a fuck.
you can load it
So
up and take a poll.
that's what she said. Season 4, episode 9. Okay, we're gonna watch The Office tonight, Matt. Maybe that's what episode 100 will be. Us watching episode 9 from season 4 of The Office.
I'm not to season 4 yet. I just started.
Did you really start it?
I am starting it, yeah.
Oh my God, good for you. Look at you.
Brian, Cards and Cardboard. Speaking of hardware, curved CRT, flat CRT, or modern TV, what's your preferred screen size? Ooh,
Depends on the game, really.
I like it big.
Um, Speaking of Big Matt, did you see that cool Halo display that I sent you a link to?
Yeah.
Or
Is that the original art?
I have no clue what it is. The guy put it in the kiosk group on Facebook. It was pretty
If
neat.
if it didn't have Mountain Dew, I'd probably be more interested.
I
I'm
said
not,
Halo 3. It was used in promoting with Mountain Dew, you know. It's
yeah.
neat. Matt likes it big. I prefer I if I'm gonna play classic NES games, 27-inch TV and smaller on a curved CRT is good. A flat CRT, I like the Sony ones that are those the Wega TVs, like GameCube era and up.
I like the curved CRTs. Like I have one out in my garage, and if I play Tetris, that's what I play it on because it's
Yeah.
fast and it's I just prefer it.
I mean, even I'm such a fucking purist on this shit. When it comes to testing the games, I'll test them on a CRT opposed to um, my little LCD TV on the stand
That
over here.
that said, my top loader's hooked up to my I don't know what I have, like a 60-inch. And so I'll play on there, but there's lag and you can tell and it's annoying.
You know, yeah, it is annoying. I mean, I play the NES on the Switch on the big TV with the
But
kids, you know. But if I'm playing Minecraft, I don't want to play on a small ass TV.
so
Um,
if you say NES, then that means you're playing the box. So if you say NES, you're playing a top loader. Is that what we need to,
makes sense.
is that
Sure.
basically what it is now?
Yeah, but I'm not going to eat a bag of dicks. So,
Oh, okay.
okay.
Okay. That's a different video.
Okay. I swear I had made a handful of comments. This is Daniel Kaplan says, I swear I made a handful of comments on Claire's episode of the podcast and never made their way to the reading comment section of the podcast.
What?
Interesting. Oh, yeah. I think maybe because Matt didn't refresh the page and there was a couple more comments that we missed, Dan. So, our apologies.
I didn't know that. That makes sense though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my bad. That's totally my bad. I'll send you $27 American.
Yeah. You'll win.
Yeah.
Okay.
No excuses for VGA to not have pop reports, not for this long. However, better than late than never. I agree.
Yeah.
There
Let's back up though. VGA, I'm not trying to defend them because I am not the biggest VGA fan, but they did, if you asked for like how many of this were graded, they would provide it for a number of years, right? They existed in some facet. It just was never a thing pre-WATA. Like people didn't care to know it. There wasn't enough
that's
people that had graded things at the point to
that's not
care.
true though. Like when I first got into, well, okay, maybe you're
You
right.
could ask them though. They would provide them if you asked.
You used to have to pay. I think I paid between $5 and $15 a couple of times to get pop reports back when I used to get them back in like 2010 to 2012.
That shit's not free, but it was
That
available.
I used to pay it because when I was Halo collecting and I didn't know, I wanted to know how many copies were out there, what grades there were. And so I paid for it back in the day. So they technically they did have it, but then they stopped giving in having that option. And then I guess you could call, but nobody knew you could call and get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess no real excuse other than shit takes time. You know, it did with WATA. Everybody was going for their heads in the jugular when they didn't put out population reports. I don't know if anybody remembers that. WATA was the devil, still is, but they were going for the neck, right? Like put them out, stop gatekeeping this information. But it was a process of getting the information correct and digestible for people. So
uh, I'll just
your video suggestions are choice, Matt. 1 hour of medieval Eminem. Look at that.
I don't even know why that's pulling up.
Uh, okay.
Uh, Robert Finley, will the constant lights on the wall so close to the game fade colors? They are actually a really low color LED, and they're not even facing the game. What they're doing is they're reflecting off the back wall. Man, if that fades the game, anything's going to fade the game. Like
Yeah. But
that's
let's be clear, Matt does not leave his lights on. So
No, and I don't. I literally turn it on for this. If somebody comes over and to play games, they come on. So these lights are on so little. Literally, it's for the podcast and anytime I'm like gaming in here. Other than that, doors closed, windows blocked out, and it's just dark in here. So the chance of those suckers fading, I agree, though. I am paranoid about that too, which is why my window's blacked out. Um, yeah, I don't think so. Maybe if they were on 24/7 all year, potentially, sure. But I mean, that's going to happen in any case under any circumstance at that point.
Hmm.
But it is, yeah, it is neat how I have the lights. They are literally bouncing like away from the games, off the wall, and then back in. So, but I
Okay.
don't have any scientific proof to say either way. So,
Good question.
good question. Maybe they're all going to fade, and my collection's worthless now. So,
It's worthless.
yeah, it's
Okay.
worthless. And just throw it away.
Blockbuster late fees was not first.
Seven.
I'm getting charged $7 this time. Dollar a day. Woohoo. DuckTales. Okay. Xeno Shogun says, me, pick me. I need a shirt, fellas. Josh, I messaged you on Facebook. I have a question for you. I
Uh,
didn't see
oh,
it.
you need a shirt. We have an extra shirt, don't we?
Yep. I guess send me another message on Facebook. I missed it. I if you sent it, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. So
And then go on Instagram, either
I'll
under
check.
video game collectors, and send me a message, or go on MCM
Or
Rose
just
one.
send me another message on Facebook and I'll try to respond. I don't typically I miss shit all the time on Instagram on Facebook for messages.
And then I can get your shipping info and I'll send you a shirt.
Matt is very good at it. So if you have a question on Facebook, I'll look it up here and then we can revisit it. I apologize.
Who's first? Michael.
Michael. That's right. Um,
I see
man, Mr.
Ocarina's.
Capadonna, man, this guy comments like
Ah,
what the hell.
like a
Hey,
crazy guy.
we've been missing some of our regulars here. Where's the Green Shiz? I haven't seen him for a while.
Where's Henry?
Late HC hasn't been around lately. That's okay.
Where's where's Dylan?
Just making his money.
I think I'll read this one. Ocarina fanboy over here.
Yeah, I first of all, I didn't want to read this one because I think it's bullshit, but go
Okay.
ahead. So yeah.
I never played LTTP on Super Nintendo
Did
Entertainment
you
System.
you almost said SNES, which
And
isn't anything.
I was like, well, he doesn't have periods, but it's not a consonant before a vowel. So I don't.
SNES. It's an SNES.
Matt, how do we treat this? As a kid, as my parents did not buy me many games for the console. At the time, I was restricted to renting a game each weekend, which is what I did as well, which forced my hand into renting multiplayer games that could be beat with friends. Sports games, Turtles in Time. I totally relate with you there. N64 was the first time my parents were willing to buy me a handful of games, which allowed me to pour hundreds of hours into titles like Ocarina, GoldenEye, and 1080, which
180
hence
because that game is sucks compared to Cold Borders. So
hence why Ocarina will always be better than LTTP. Mic
Mike,
drop,
yeah.
Cheery.
Oh, the only good game you got on there is Ocarina. 1080. PlayStation beat 1080 by about a year with Cool Borders, which is a great video game for the time. I get it, Dan. I get it. That's why you love Super Nintendo so much as a collector, because you couldn't have it. It's true.
Okay,
Thanks,
so
Matt.
that's nice. We just bust through the comments,
Bust them out. Had to leave them early.
bust them out. Now let's move on to
Heritage Signature Auctions Part 2.
Yeah, let me make sure. Give me just
These weeklies are picking up. I don't know if anybody watched the weeklies yesterday. Prices aren't picking up in the weeklies, but there were some great items last night. There was like VGA 90, 90 plus, or 90 plus and a 95. It was that Bronchi and the Rex Ronin, the Raya system games. And then I think there's two VGA 100s. I didn't see what they ended at. I won the Bronchi, the 90 plus for like 500 bucks. So some
I
sweet stuff.
yeah, I got outbid by one bid on something I just put in the pre-bid and somebody beat me. It's
Yeah, I
probably
think
somebody.
we got to do something, get people back excited about it. 'Cause there's good stuff in the upcoming weeklies I see. I've been peeping them a bit. So if you're not looking, you're missing out. There's good items.
Josh, do you
Uh,
like our faces shrunk down on the side or open?
you can leave them right there. That's fine. I don't care.
All right,
And I can see if I pick my nose.
here, maybe I'll move it over here. I don't know if it'll stay over here. Oh my gosh. What the
It's fine, man. We're all set here. Don't do anything too drastic.
I'm just trying to. Okay, we're gonna keep there.
Okay.
I just wanted it
Okay.
out of the way of the game so I can like. Oh, all right.
All right. So the day two of the Heritage Signature starts on the next day after Friday, I believe. And you're missing two games at the top there, Matt. Starts with two Atari games, looks like. Montezuma's Revenge and Star Wars Return of the Jedi Death Star Battle. So
Ooh,
that
look at that grade.
Return of the Jedi is a pretty tough one to get on 2600. That and Star Wars arcade game sealed are rare games. It's a 988 plus plus. Montezuma's Revenge, rare video game. This is my item, so I'm not going to talk it up too much, but I'm going to because it is a rare sealed video game. I think this is the highest graded one WATA has done. This sits along the lines of rarity with Cubert's Cubes, which is in the day one auction, um, and something like Frogger 2. So for late Parker Brothers releases, it's rare, hard to find sealed. So
And
let's
also,
keep.
it used to be a ride at oh, whatever the theme park that was down there by Disneyland long ago. I don't know if it's still there. Universal Studios.
Knott's Berry Farm.
Knott's there. Thank you. Knott's Berry Farms.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also a ride in Mexico too, if you go there and you drink the water. So
One
that's
one
right.
makes you come out of one end and the other out the other.
All right. There's some other good stuff in this auction. I like the 10-yard fight. You got a sealed 10-yard fight here. Black box gold. It's a Rev A, it's 9OB plus. Maybe you get the magical bump. Maybe it's not a B plus. Maybe it's a 92A somewhere else. 3D World Runner 92B. This is a no rev. Also a very rare game. Sealed. It's like a handful of hang tab known on that title.
One
And
dollar.
then no revs. There's just none. I mean, it's rare. If you're going for a sealed set, 3D World Runner never comes up sealed. You got an Action 52, a little Active Enterprise love, the first appearance of Cheetah Man, Alien 3 988 plus plus, WATA 988 plus plus. There was a case pack of this sold on eBay 3, 4 years ago. It's probably one of those. They are tough sealed. It is a third party box, so you get that white flap crap and shitty cartridge labels and shells that fade. That is a beautiful copy. Should do well.
Yeah, for an LJN game.
Hmm.
Arachnoid, Family Fun Fitness.
Yeah, Arkanoid. If you click on Arkanoid, we could maybe look at this a little bit. I don't know which version this is, but a little history on Arkanoid. Let's see if this is a HC one. This is not an HC Arkanoid. This is your daily NES history lesson. So Arkanoid, when it came out, it came out alongside Legend of Kage and Elevator Action. So hang tab era games, right? We're talking 1987, and it had a big long H seam across the back of it. Super rare, just as rare, or if not more rare than any of the other Taito hang tabs from that era. And if you know those games, Elevator Action and Legend of Kage, they're very, very rare video games. Fast forward 1989, 90. I don't know. Yeah, probably 89-ish. Um, Taito's not going to make this game anymore, right? It's done, off the shelf. Not going to make it. People's Valve controllers were starting to break. Um, the company Innovation, who still exists to this day, and they list things on eBay. They have new old stock boxes of these items with the trays, with the manuals. They're brand new. They cut a deal with Taito to refurb the broken controllers back in the day and repackage them and sell them with the refurbed controller, a new cartridge. They got the blessing from Nintendo to do this and put it all together in a package, seal it back up without an H seam, right? So they sealed them, and so this is a three-sided seam one, and they would sell them. They're a new product. The controller works fine, cartridge exists, and it's fine. And that's where we get the three-screw Arkanoids out of these boxes. All the five-screw Arkanoids came out of the box that had the H seam across the back and the plastic. But make no mistake, the boxes are identical.
Hmm.
So it's just an interesting piece of NES history from the packaging standpoint, what happened to this game, why they stopped making it, how the controllers were janky, and how innovation fixed them. So
Interesting.
cool game. Second print, let's call it.
Fair enough.
Okay, so there you go. And one of my personal favorites, a game that I think is more rare than stadium events, is Athletic World Family Fun Fitness. This was a pack-in with the Family Fun Fitness pad. This sucker is missing its sticker. It came with a generic gloss sticker on the front.
This is a
However, an
this is a ki
8.5 CIB is amazing in
this is
this.
a kib.
Hmm?
This is a kib.
What's a kib?
Well, it's a consonant before a vowel. There's no dots.
No, it'd be called SIB.
Tomato,
I think Jonas
tomato,
calls it sibs.
tomato, tomato.
Tomato,
I'm
tomato.
gonna call it kib.
I call it potatoes. Okay, Athletic World Family Fun Fitness,
Yeah.
banger of a game. Factory sealed, very rare. CIB is very rare. Um, for years, people did not care. I would say it was not even when I sold my original collection back in like 2004 or 5-ish, before Nintendo Age existed. I sold my CIB copy to Dane because I put it up for 125 bucks on Digital Press and NES World. And I was like, 125 bucks. And everybody's like, why are you charging $125 for Athletic World? It's a bullshit $5 game. And I'm like, well, just so you know, this is a very rare variant, and nobody cared, right? Dane knew what it was. He happily paid me $125 for my copy. So, um, really still a rare video game.
It's a
Stadium Events little brother, one of
it's
my
a
faves.
nice kib nest.
Yeah. Sorry, I could go over every game in this auction and just talk about it, but I know we don't have time for that.
And
I, I
I
I'm
know
sorry.
I'm just pushing you along to the. That's okay. This is good info. The arachnoid. I call it arachnoid. I don't know why.
Well, there's no C in there. Rack. Wait, okay. I can see it. You got a sealed oval seal, Burger Time, 8.5 A plus. Any version of Burger Time is tough sealed, just like 3D World Runner. And you got a banging copy of
yeah,
Castlevania 9.2 CIB hang tab. Look
another
at that.
another
Yeah,
kib hang tab.
chibi.
It's a kib hang.
And round seal, circle seal, metallic, beautiful seal. Simon's Quest, the best Castlevania that exists. My favorite, my personal favorite.
And a nice 85 plus Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse.
It was a
Oh,
nice.
Josh, your favorite game is in this auction. Maybe we shouldn't talk it up because you're bidding on it.
Here's my CIB Castlevania. Can you see that? Oh,
Wow. What a
the
great.
9.4 CIB with a 9.4 box. That's a nice one.
Here's here's the here's our thumbnail for this video.
Color a dino.
I won't talk it up because I know you're bidding on it. So
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make a hack and call it Color Rhino.
one of the best games ever made on Nintendo of all time.
Not to mention Tommy Tallarico in Television Amico fame did the music on it. So how about that? You just
What
scroll by some gold there, but that's okay.
Little Mermaid?
Chrysalis, Destiny of an Emperor. This is a sleeper, big time Capcom game. Wow.
Isn't Little Mermaid hard to get sealed, or it used to be?
Yeah,
Isn't
it's the it's just I don't know, not my favorite Capcom game. People
this one's
like it.
$125,000? You see that?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's qualified, but it's hang tab. Man, hang.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
That's a nice game. And if
That's a
it's
beautiful copy right there.
85 plus Donkey Kong hang tab,
A nice CIB. Unused contents is what they're
yeah,
going with
that's
qualified.
that's pretty nice.
There was an era where they definitely weren't unused contents, but that's okay. There's a
Uh,
DD
yeah,
92A round seal.
that's pretty.
I remember when Brian's Toys came out and they were like, "Hey, these are the games we want." And Double Dragon, what did they call it back then? Gold Seal was what they said. These are the ones we want. Specifically the Gold Seal version of Double Dragon. They were asked just that was the game they wanted.
Hmm.
So it got the hype there, but come to find out, it's hard to find. But so is an old Seal Double Dragon.
Brian's Toys was the best. Used
Oh
to
my
just
God,
go
there was
under
so many deals. Oh, some of that early VGA stuff.
deals now.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Double Dragon 3, Double Dribble, 94A plus. Nice copy. Classic game. Felix the Cat, 96A plus. This shit is rare. That is a rare Nintendo game. I never see it sealed either.
85
85
final.
Final
Yeah,
Fantasy. Mhm.
1100. That's not bad.
We got we got two GI Joes in this auction. Speaking of Matt, there
What?
you go.
I didn't even know that. I mean, I knew this is mine. I just be fully transparent.
Oh, that's yours. Okay.
That
Yeah.
is the highest grade in WATA. But I didn't know that there was a second one here.
I feel bad for the 90A in this auction.
Yeah, yeah. I, if you want the highest graded copy,
Arguably, that 90A should be going in the showcase. And they should be pulling some of the other showcase stuff out that's slotted in the showcase that should be in the signature. So you have unique titles.
this should probably
Bit
be
of
a
it.
weekly, shouldn't it?
And but it's maybe $1,000 game, right?
I thought
90A.
I thought the bar was higher for.
It's probably $1,000. I don't know. I haven't looked at comps on that. But it was always the GI Joe game you didn't want to get because the tax in GI Joe is a great video game and it's super hard to find.
Yeah.
So I remember when I went to the dentist as a kid, I had cavities and they had to drill them all out and put fillings in. I missed like a full day of school. And my mom went to the video store and we rented the Taxon version of G.I. Joe and I played it all day, like swollen mouth, everything.
Hmm.
That game is great.
I haven't played it in a long time. I
You
honestly.
haven't played the original G.I. Joe on NES?
What's that?
You haven't played the original G.I. Joe on
No, I
NES?
haven't played it in a long time.
Oh, okay.
So I don't, it's not fresh in my brain. I don't remember it. I'll have to put that on my list to play.
Yeah, it's a great game.
We got a 96A plus oval golf. I mean, that's a nice grade.
Hmm.
98A hockey. There's quite a few hockeys, but still, I like that. I like that a lot. 98,
Snowblade Steel, but it's a good game.
98A jackal. Man.
Mm.
Kung Fu. Reve. Kung
Nice.
Fu.
Yeah, that's a
80A.
tough game. Hmm.
Wow, what the is that for real?
Hmm.
sitting in day two.
Yeah, 928 plus
Oh,
round seal Rev 8 Zelda, Legend of
what
Zelda,
the
day two.
F?
This is nuts for a day two item. I know that they have a 96A plus in the first day, but still,
Holy crap, I'd be crying if this was day two.
yeah. Hopefully it does well.
Oh man, I hope that does well for whoever submitted that. I really do.
Yep.
Uh,
We got a 92A plus Life Force in this day. There was a 98 in day one. 92B plus Mega Man 2. There was a 96A plus plus Mega Man 2. I don't know how I feel about this. Putting multiple
oh,
games, same title. I get why there's two of these here, but there's also a Mega Man 3 in day one. So,
oh. Yeah,
but
these two are different because of the variants. I get that.
yeah, but the 94A is gonna get obliterated, I feel like. Arguably the Mega Man 3 92A here with the offer remove should be in day one. But that's okay. It's not. Don't sleep on that one. That's when it's offer removed. If you don't know what we're talking about, there's no text in the yellow band across there. It's a later release. The oval seal quality in the bottom switched from a TM to an R, and they removed the text because there's no offer repackaged in the second print of this, and it's much much more rare than the other version, the first print. So
I feel bad for the Metal Gear, the 94A plus, because I mean that's a solid, great game, but I, there's the 96A plus in the first day, which is, to be clear, it's mine. But I don't like bumping people down, that sucks.
well, you did, Matt. Good job.
Yeah, just a Metroid hanging out there, man. Day two,
Metroid, another Metroid.
yeah.
How about this Pac-Man? You like that? I looked that up. That is the highest graded Tengen Pac-Man,
Hmm.
which
19,
is wild.
19.
They really haven't graded very many of these.
Yeah, I don't know if I see that sealed, really.
You really don't. I looked at the pop here on this game. This is the highest grade they've done. I don't know what CGC's done up to this point because GamerStocks is down. Can't see the pop report from CGC at this point. You don't see this sealed, and a 928 plus is a decent grade on a Tengen game. So
Man, if you need some NES, you need some,
this auction is stacked.
yeah, they got some good stuff on day two here, I'm telling you.
Look at that Rampage. Ooh,
94A, I don't know the pops, but that doesn't pop up much. This is
doesn't
mine
pop.
too, to be clear. I don't want to pump it, but
Yeah, I do. It's a good game. Frank Sirocco artwork. Rockin' Cats is really uncommon, sealed right up there.
that
Yeah.
that yeah, that used to be in the was it the 8 and above or 7 and above for the one?
7.8, 7.5 and above. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really rare. It's yeah, Wacky Races and Rockin' Cats, tough games. And then Widget gets no love. But
the good old NA.
see, here's a stinger. Here's a stinger. I think we were talking about it before. There was a higher graded one, and then there's another stinger in this auction on
Oh,
day two. Hang tab game
oh,
of is rocks find. So
oh.
yeah, we got a stack up chilling. Star Wars. Let's scroll through NES here. I think we've seen it, right? Maybe something will catch our eye. There's Mario's if you want a Mario. It's fine. Thrill of Safari's tough and high grade. That's a 9.2A.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Turtles
That's
9.4A plus. There's stuff sitting cheap right now. 9 days to go. Goes next week.
Jeez, so cheap right now. Oh,
I think there's some good stuff I'm gonna bag. Pretty pumped. A Zombie
no.
Nation 9.6 CIB. CIB. Nice high grade though. Tough game.
Yeah.
And then we're on to Super Nintendo Entertainment System. A 9.4A plus Jordan Castle in Whitney City. There's a Majesco Mega Man X. Not for me. Um, sorry if that's somebody's love it.
I mean that grade is awesome.
I love it for the variant. I hate it because it's Majesco.
Sure.
Okay.
Mortal
NBA
Kombat.
Jam. Yeah, the
Uh,
Symbia Jam's nice.
98A plus. Wow.
Yeah. So this is a first-ish print. The recycle logo on the back is
Upright.
flipped around so it's right side up, so it's not misprinted. But it still is a beautiful, no ESRB copy. ESRB copy is on par with Majesco as straight trash. I've gone through that with Super Star Wars. We need to do an episode just on what isn't on Super Nintendo garbage, because so much stuff was printed in 1998 and still sold on the shelf even into the Nintendo 64 era and beyond into the 2000s, that you could get SimCity, you could get behind the mask pinball bullshit, but those games are trash. They've made so many of them and were discounted so late in the life. That's why they exist sealed. So when you find a SimCity like that, it's a really great piece because it was from the early 90s, not reprinted post 1998. Now there was a Player's Choice SimCity that came out in 96, and it is pretty tough to find. And this, if a Player's Choice came up and an ESRB one that says everyone rated on the bottom left hand corner, if that came up and those two were the same grade and went side by side, I guarantee you the ESRB version, which is a lesser copy on par with Majesco as mass produced bullshit, would sell for more than the Player's Choice, even though the Player's Choice is much harder to find. So Nintendo's little trick, right? Anyway,
98A plus Street Fighter. Even though it's in day two, it's starting off with a bang. So, I mean, as
yeah.
it should.
And it's an Atwood game, came from Atwood. I still haven't figured out Street Fighter 2. There are so many made in Japan copies of that game that I feel like it sits in the realm of ESRB later prints, why they exist, because the Majesco release of Street Fighter 2 is really uncommon, along with the Majesco print of Mortal Kombat, which is interesting. But there are so many made in Japan Street Fighter 2s, it's diluted it. Now, if somebody can figure out an early release of Street Fighter 2, it'd be a big deal, because I do believe that this got the treatment that Super Punch Out did, SimCity did, but they did not put a rating on it.
There are a lot of cases of this too. I remember.
Yeah, but I genuinely think that they are like 1998 releases and newer,
Huh. Interesting.
but there's no way to tell.
We'll figure it out someday.
One day, maybe we should start opening them. But there are Street Fighter 2 cartridges that are a ramp style. So if you know what I'm talking about there was a little clip in the front that was, if you had a Game Genie for Super Nintendo, that little notch in the front, the Game Genie would pop clip into it, right? That's how they made the Game Genie. So when they took that away and made it just a ramp style cartridge shell, the Game Genie still worked on those games, but it wouldn't clip in. So that era of from, I want to say they started doing the ramps in like 95, 96. There are ramp Super Nintendo cartridges for Street Fighter 2 out there. You can look on eBay and they show up. And if you can figure out if there's a weight difference in them, maybe you can find out what a first print is on that game. Not sure, never really tried, but maybe we should go down that rabbit hole.
I mean, even though this is player's
Hmm.
choice, 98A plus plus Super Mario World, I think that's cool.
Yep. But make no mistake, this is a player's choice, right?
Yeah, I know
They
it's
they don't
player's
come around.
choice.
It is an E rating one. Let's be clear on what E rating means on this stuff. E rating is 1990 November 1997 and later. So you know the dates of when these games were published based on these little minute details. The first E rating video game is it's either the first E rating or the last K through it, or no, it's the first. It's when the it changed over. I want to say it was Tomorrow Never Dies for PlayStation 1. That's when the rating switched over, the style. So there you have it.
There you go.
And you see there's a Super Punch Out right there, Matt. We talked about this last time on Tony's auction in the daytime. This is an E rating Super Punch Out. I don't want to shit talk anybody's game. This is 1998 or newer. Tony's was like 94 or 95 when they were switching production to Mexico.
Got it.
People have to understand Super Nintendo variants, otherwise they're just going to be buying this cool game, don't get me wrong, but one that you can find sealed versus one you can't. So, anyway, have you
That's
seen my baseball, Matt?
that's a nice baseball. No, I
That's my
haven't.
baseball.
I haven't
That's my
seen it.
baseball
I'm not
right there.
touching a baseball.
Have you seen my baseball?
This is yours?
That's mine. Yeah. 96A plus. Thought it should 98, but I'll let
That's
somebody deal with that. I graded a while back.
so you're selling it because it's not a 9.8.
No, I'm selling it because I got rid of my Game Boy games.
Oh,
Sealed. My sealed Game Boy games are flew the coop.
wow. I'm sorry.
Well, I wouldn't have sent alleyway if I didn't send all of them. So,
Yeah. More Castlevania. Lots of Castlevania. If you need Castlevania, there's a lot in this auction.
yep. Okay, we're almost through day two. Got one more page of this.
Final Fantasy. I'm just gonna look for some standouts here. Man, the screen is jumping around. Yellow screen. Is this yours too?
That's mine too. Yeah, we don't have to talk about it, but
Man,
it's a
Super
later
Mario.
print. Still nice.
Still Super Mario. So your tennis?
It's my tennis. It's my green screen's tennis. It's gone.
Ooh,
See you
908
later.
plus green screen. People get on that thing. I'm going to, but yeah, do it.
I
Yellow
love these Game Boys right here. Dang.
85, VGA, Game Boy, yellow,
Second, this is a second print. And you
second
see,
print.
I think we talked about the first print on the first day, and you see how this has a Tetris well. You can drop the long bar into it. The other screenshot on the front, it is a different tone, color tone, more of a green versus yellow, and it has a Z bar in it versus the going into the well like that. So
Got it.
Play It Loud Game Boys sealed are really cool.
Yeah.
That is like one of the coolest ones. These Game Boy sealed Game Boy systems are awesome.
Extreme green. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Lots of Pokemon, more Game Boy. If you need a Game Boy system, Conquerors 968 plus plus. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that Conquers is nice.
That's a nice Conquerors.
Yeah, that
Uh,
should do well. There's Dan Kaplan's favorite
yeah,
garbage.
85
Comes with the
free again.
pre-order bag, poster, and tattoos on this one. So
Uh, Diddy Kong Racing 968 plus plus. 80 plus Mario Kart. Ooh, that's
yep.
what else? What else? What else?
Oh my
Wow.
God, what is that? Is there two
What?
Star Foxes back to back here?
There is.
An 85 plus and an 85. Oh my
Oh, that's
God.
painful. So there's two
I,
Star Fox 64s, 85 plus, right in front of an 85, both VGA.
well,
Ouch.
since WATA and CGC haven't made a case big enough to encapsulate games that they should, there are a lot of games that are larger size that fit within that Star Fox 64 size. You got Hey You Pikachu, you got Pokemon Stadium, Star Fox 64. Uh, what else? There's so many Switch games that have an amiibo, or not a Switch, Wii U games that have an amiibo. There's the stack up. There's big box stuff. They need to make goddamn cases for these things because the only place you can send them to is VGA, which is fine. But I digress. I don't know. You can't do anything with it.
We got back-to-back Mario 64s too, an 85 and then an 85 A plus. So far, the 85 is beating the crap out of the
I would think so. The 85 probably cross better if somebody wanted to cross it than an 85A plus.
maybe. Display is better, but
And then a player's choice E rating one. There is a K through A rating of that game as well, and player's choice.
Wave Race.
Wave rate 64. Yep. 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 Oh, I want to talk about this, even though it's my item here. It's the Mario Toadstool Tour for GameCube. I This is the only GameCube game in this auction, which is kind of strange, but this is the Target exclusive Bullseye Tour included edition. It is super, super tough to find sealed because you could only get it at Target. I had this copy for quite a while, but it's moving on to greener pastures here. So really tough to find. Mario Golf for the GameCube. Every game on the GameCube is just a better version of the Nintendo 64 version. That's all there is to it. It's polished. Mario Golf on 64 is good. I have a hard time saying any 64 game is good, but it's decent, right? But when you get to GameCube, these games are just better versions of the N64 version. And that's what Toadstool Tour is. Um, really an awesome game. Don't sleep on that. Make me rich, please. So there you go.
Uh, Man, that's a nice
Yeah.
90 Double Dragon Master System sitting
Hmm.
here. 825, getting a little love. That's good. Does it
Yeah. Well,
back to
thankfully they put it
back?
right next to my 92A plus plus that I said.
Oh,
Dude, that's bullshit. I'm sorry,
oh,
Heritage.
that's
I'd rather not have it in the signature than put it next to a VGA 90.
yeah, that's
That's bad. Not
uh
a game that comes up all the time either. So, um,
I think doubling up in SIGs just yeah.
yeah.
Sorry. I just
Okay.
it's not my thing. Golden Axe Master System. Obviously people preferred the Genesis. That said,
Yeah.
this is a 90 plus.
Yep.
Moon, Moonwalker, Wonder Boy,
Spider-Man is rare. Zillion,
Zillion.
Wonder Boy, nice stuff.
Man, what a grade. Woo. Got some fun Master System games. Uh,
Yeah, Genesis, look at that.
is this a seriously a sealed Sonic in day two?
Yeah, 92A plus. That's a nice copy. Look at that.
Jeez. Where has the days gone?
Hmm.
Oh, but there's a higher grade in day one, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or
Okay, there's my Street Fighter 2. This should have been a day one item. I'm sorry.
98A plus Sega Genesis.
Street Fighter 2. Yeah. It's a toughie.
At least it's
All
doing
good.
okay to start.
Yeah, it's moving along.
I'm just cruising through.
That's fine. Down to the Sega stuff. Yada yada yada.
Wow, got some nice turbo graphics sitting here. Newtopia.
Hmm. Yeah,
Wow,
Utopia is cool.
why is that just sitting at that?
Yeah, it says Canadian on it. Only people are going to bid are Curtis and Kaplan. Maybe Dylan, but he
Oh,
likes
got it,
new
got
stuff.
it, got it. That's
Nice PlayStation 1.
Tomb Raider just sitting there, 94A.
The
Is that yours?
yeah, that's mine. But I can't be the only one that's tired of seeing Metal Gears in auctions like this. Um, there were quite a few of these in cases at one point, and it's fairly common, so it's
Good
fine.
game though.
Yeah.
I remember playing that and getting to the boss and not knowing what the hell we do. We sat there for like days and days and we're like, I don't even remember how we figured it out, but somehow we figured it out. Oh, I bumped like the second player controller. And he's like, wait, it did something.
Hmm.
So that was, yeah,
All right, more sealed games. One Xbox game in this auction, along with one GameCube game.
it is first
So
print star KOTOR
yeah,
988 plus.
that's a great game. And then we got some artwork.
We're not gonna.
Really cool original artwork in this auction. Uh, there is a cover right there for Revenge of the Ninja for Sega CD. That's a beautiful cover. Realm is a cover for a Super Nintendo game. These are final covers, right? That's really cool. I don't know if there was other, and then there was some PC games. VMX Racing for PlayStation's a third tier game, but cool cover art. Warren Chang art for unreleased Dukes of Hazzard for the Atari 2600 game that never came out. And then, yeah, mostly computer stuff, I think. Maybe there's some other things.
Okay.
Man, a lot of talking tonight.
Whew.
That's what she said.
Well, Dan, I hope you enjoyed that. As you couldn't make it on this episode,
Yeah,
because well, he couldn't make it because all of your base belonged to us.
that's right. It did and does.
If you're a gamer,
Oh, what else we
you
got, Matt?
understand that one.
I understand that one.
Yeah. What's that? You
What
got
else
some
do we have
wins?
today? There's a UK company called Baldwin's. They're an auction house. They are running video game auctions. There's a couple graded video games, but then it's a lot of raw sealed PAL, Saturn, and PlayStation games.
Oh,
Baldwin Baldwin Auctions, Google it, you find them. They have a video game category. Looks like somebody gave them a collection and they're auctioning it. I don't know if it's going to get any traction, but I thought it was interesting. Another place selling great stuff.
wow. Throw that nugget out there. If any of you
Yeah.
are interested, go check it out. What do you got, Josh? What do you got? Some wins.
Nothing too great. Copy of Fargo on VHS. Look at this. But when I picked it up, I noticed something was different. I'm like, that's not the original cover for Fargo. Sure enough, it's not. This is a screener copy of Fargo. I got
What?
20 cents at Goodwill the other day.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It's awesome. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I love screener copies of tapes.
I
And
think sticker copies are cool.
yeah, I always have to buy them. So it's pretty pumped when I got this. I love the fold out, and I've not seen a screener like this.
Did you say
Isn't that cool?
20 cents?
Yeah, they're five per dollar. So
Oh,
bag that. I got a couple Arnold VHS tapes in that, but I wanted to share that one. Then my dad found this at a garage sale for me for $8. It's the hardened edition of Black Ops.
sealed or
So
just ready to play?
it's
No.
just open. It's just nice. So um, didn't have
Let's
it.
go fire it up. We can link up. And actually, I don't know if the servers are still up for that.
Yeah, I'll probably just sell it actually. So
Okay, fine.
that's it. That's
That's
all I
it.
got. I mean, I got more stuff. Yeah, I got more stuff. Let's see what I got back here. Um, oops. Okay, so there's that Dallas Fort Worth collection that's coming up on Heritage, right? I think I bought these games off eBay. Sunset Riders isn't mine. A friend bought it and shipped it to me. But these are games from that collection. The seller's still selling games on eBay. Apparently, Heritage did not get everything. And so they have these open CIB games, or Heritage didn't take everything, it appears that way, that are being sold on eBay, and I'm buying them when I can. So they're just like dead, crispy, near mint CIBs. So
Because he was a collector.
yeah, the original owner was definitely a collector. So you can see that's opened.
So he cared
This
about the
had
game.
a wild seam on it, so apparently they didn't take it, but
It's legit.
yeah, it's not. It's not H seam. And then a nice, beautiful copy of Super Sprint. It has a box slice in the front, but that's
That
okay.
that game is worth people playing if you've never played it. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
look at this thing. It's just beautiful condition on these items. So I'm buying them. I'm gonna grade them. I'm gonna send them to CGC. Just them. They'll denote them as part of the collection. So I'm gonna have some for myself. And Valis and Valis 3. And then Shadowrun. So picked up all those recently. So yeah, I did buy stuff. But
Cool.
yeah. it's wild to think that the stuff is still being sold on eBay right now. You just got to know where to look and buy it when the dude posts it, because I do. And the stuff is really nice. There you have it. What'd you pick up?
I got this unbelievably nice copy of Pac-Man.
That looks nice.
Yeah. I don't, that's just kind of half joke. Eric links me stuff sometimes that he knows he's just gonna sucker me into buying crap. So that's what I did. I bought some Halo crap, just little Halo pins.
That's
I think he
great.
does that just to get a daily laugh.
Probably
He does it to you too. I know that. He's like, "How do I get into Josh's wallet?" I know.
$250. That's the range.
Yeah.
Price of his.
And then yeah, and then you we'll save that gem. Actually, I did a deal with Robin. So shout out to Robin Mihara, and it was overly cool enough in the deal to sign, and he signed on video. So if I ever wanted to, you know, get those authenticated or whatever, I have a video of it. I think it'd be cool to just have these all in like a case of their own.
Mhm. Yeah,
I think,
I have a bunch of Mark Erickson cartridges that I've had him sign over the years, and I'm gonna grade those. Put them in a holder.
but we also did a deal. I didn't realize that my balloon fight was a piece of crap. He was showing me stuff that he's willing to deal with. And then yeah, so he traded me this and those for a game I had that he wanted. I'll let him chime in if he wants to talk about what game it was.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I'm super stoked because I got to upgrade part of my black box collection, and that's always exciting. And I got a friend's autograph on games, unlike Eric not sending me his Halo 4 autograph. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Did we want to try to open this game on camera?
That's up to you, bro. I don't want to make you.
Okay. I've had this for a while, and my intention was to always crack it,
Here, I'm gonna
but
highlight you though.
yeah, okay. It is a Karate Champ 85 NS Rev A, right? Look at that sucker. Okay. I believe it has a black and white manual in it because it had an obscure seal that WATA removed and said this is an Unreal Factory seal. I do have one already that is a black and white manual. It is a Rev A. So I can't say I've opened one of these holders yet, Matt. Have you?
I don't think I've even tried. You should be highlighted right now. Sure.
Well, I'm on two screens, so it's fine. So
Oh, are you gonna open another screen?
no, it's fine. I'm just gonna take this thing and try to pry it open.
Oh,
We'll see. I got a screwdriver.
that is a massive screwdriver.
That's what she said. Hmm.
This is
See how this goes here.
this looks brutal. Giant. For
Yep.
those who are
Yep.
listening, he's literally got channel locks,
Yep.
and then he's got this 1 foot long screwdriver, flathead, and then he's got this old rusty, like probably 30-ounce hammer.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe I should just drop it and that will do the trick. Um,
Yeah, when all he needs to really do is do the good old drop test on the ground.
all right, all right.
So right
All
now,
right. Well, we cracked some of the case on the top.
he's got the channel locks on the top of the. This is the new water holder. If you're listening,
I haven't opened one of these yet, so it's a lot harder to open than the. Okay, I think I got the top to give, but it shattered. So
broke the clip.
yeah, well, broke the seam. All right, we're gonna make this open up. Yeah, so it cracked it up pretty good. See
Oh,
that
I
there?
see. I see.
Little channel locks on the top, grip it and rip it. Um,
Wow.
Shit. We did it here. Okay.
That's what makes the old water holders nice, I guess, is you could just
Look at that. Then you can just
tap it out.
pound it out. Okay. There you go, Watto. We'll send you the label back. But it was an 8.5 NS Karate Champ. I've wanted to see if this is the black and white manual one. I'm obsessed with these things. Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Well, I hope you're excited at the end.
Okay, well, out of the gate. Oh, these blisters. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So the
I see
blisters,
why they slide around in there. There you go.
was it sliding around?
No, it's just it's really thin compared to the old blisters.
Oh, oh, I
Oh yeah,
can't
this thing has never been opened, but we're gonna
use a
do
knife.
what's that?
You're gonna use a knife, not your finger. Oh,
No. Okay, it's got a bag. It's got a bag. Good sign. Oh, the bag is inside the sleeve.
what?
No. Okay. Three screw cart.
Have you ever seen that before?
I don't remember. And what do we have? Oh, baby.
There you go.
There you go, folks.
You got it on camera.
Yep. Black and white manual. Um, I mean, it's possible that that's how they package these. Oval seal cartridge. Okay. So let's compare and contrast here. So this is one fresh out of a case, does not have the poster without the seal of quality on it. But I want to see what my other one had that I got, which also, if I'm not mistaken, came out of a WATA holder that was an NS as well. So, and I bought this one from Dan Riga. So he cracked it and looked and was like, "Yo, look at this." So, oh, and I put it back together like an idiot, but had a black and white manual like that, right? Not an oval seal cartridge though.
What in the world?
Mm-hmm. Actually, a round seal cartridge with non-security screws, black and white manual. Now let's check the box date codes on this sucker.
I'm waiting for Braveheart to just jump in or yell at the screen.
The box date codes are the same.
Ah.
It's such a weird color on blue. I can't tell, but I know they're the same. There it says 10527.
Hmm.
10527. Same box date code. Cartridge is different. This one did not have the poster either. Or
Interesting.
yeah, pretty cool though. A lot of fun to do this.
Well, I'm glad it came out good and not just
Oh,
like
let's check the manual date codes. What do you think?
doesn't hurt.
Hmm? 9062-1. Same date code, the manual. This one had a little rip in the manual and a scuff on the back of it, but I mean it's a new manual.
That's from just packaging.
Yeah.
Like they cared when they were putting these things together.
It's pretty wild. They didn't care at all because these are oval seal manuals, right? Inside these black and white ones. It's really strange that one had an oval seal cart, one had a black and white or a round seal cart with it. So
Huh. Well, was the one from Rigo, was that originally VGA or was it?
no, it was a WATA NS as well.
Oh, interesting.
So
Huh.
I'd be curious to know, and the bags are the same. No hole on bag. I'd be curious to know what the seal type was that they removed off of these ones. because I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that seal type is legitimate on this version of Karate Champ because there are two open copies from WATA that were both NSs and they have black and white manuals. Cartridges are different though. That's the anomaly. So guess
It's
I got to keep them both.
well, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Well, if you don't know now, you know, Matt.
That was a nice little segment. It's gonna be fun clipping that out and putting it as his own segment.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything else this
That
evening.
that's that's it.
That's
That's
it.
all we got. We're looking forward to our next guest. Um, would he
Who's
be
our
on
next guest?
episode 100?
Episode 100.
Man, but we can't have him on until we get 100 comments, or we'll film it and just never show it until there's 100 comments.
Right.
So I tell you what, I don't care if you double up on comments or whatever, but we need 100 comments. What?
Go to town, get 100. You need to do a YouTube face, Matt.
You're good at that. When you do them, we get way more clicks than when I do them. I think we got less clicks when I did a YouTube face. So give me a good YouTube face. Yeah, you gotta put your face in there, and yeah, you gotta. Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. That's perfect right there. Oh, all right. I'm gonna be a little bit favorable. 100 comments. I'm gonna split this into two videos anyway. We need 100 comments between these two videos. So this episode and then the split video that I'm gonna show Josh opening the
Homie, don't play that.
okay, just 100 comments
100
on this.
comments here. Or GTFO.
Let us know your thoughts. I mean, any thought you have, whatever you're thinking, just put it in the comments below. It doesn't have to be about video games. Just if you're thinking, is your brain rolling right now and you're watching and listening to this, leave it in the comments. What are you thinking? What's your first thought when I say that? Just type it below.
Balls.
Go type it below.
Oh,
That was awesome. Thanks for opening that. Yeah, you got an empty holder.
I like the old holder.
It's nice because you can just use the blister, put that nice CIB back in there and use it as a protection.
Matt? I don't know about that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody, as always. Please comment. We could do the usual like, subscribe thing if you want. No pressure. Let us know your thoughts. Talk to us. Talk to me,
Do it.
Goose.
Do it.
100
Okay.
comments before we will not post episode 100 without 100 comments. Will
That's
not.
right. Yeah.
I will wait a year. We
I
need
will
100
too.
comments.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. It's been fun, Matt.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Michael, we're going to Castaways soon. And
Can I come?
what?
Can I come to Customers?
Sure, you can come. Why not?
Okay.
It's good food. Come on
Yeah.
up. That'd be fun. Ask. Well, I don't think Michael would mind.
Michael, I'm coming. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Cool.
So we're all going to Castaways. Thanks for watching. We appreciate and love you all. Jokes aside, it's fun times. We love video games. We hope you do too. We hope that Josh's sacrifice there helps you out in some way, shape, or form. And this information, whatever information we're spitting, helps you in your collecting and just enjoying video games that much more, because that's what this whole thing is about, is just the love of video games. Thanks for
Right.
watching. See you again next time.